Tell me if it's loud enough. I'm driving in my car. Is it loud enough? I'm driving, so I can't change anything.
Don't sound like you. No, that ain't the girl I knew. You always sounded like truck tires on a gravel road, laughing at the world, blasting my radio. Cannonballs splashing in the water, doing whatever, whenever you wanted. What did he do? 'Cause baby, you don't sound like you anymore.
Shirt and everything. Have a good day.
You can come back, baby, come back to truck tires on a gravel road, laughing at the world, blasting my radio, cannonballs splashing in the water, doing whatever, whenever you wanted. What did he do? 'Cause you don't sound like you. Give me the girl I knew, 'cause you don't sound like you anymore. Girl, I'm glad you called. First heard you talk, took me a second 'cause I couldn't hear your draw. Let's get some Sirius XM, the highway.
The heck?
My oh my, you're so good looking. Hold yourself together like a pair of bookends. But I've not tasted all your cooking. Who are you when I'm not looking? Do you pour a little something on the rocks? Slide down the hallway in your socks. When you undress, do you leave a path? Then sink to your nose in a bubble bath. My oh my, you're so good looking. Hold yourself together like a pair of bookends. But I've not tasted all your cooking. Who are you when I'm not looking? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. Do you break things when you get mad? Eat a box of chocolates 'cause you're feeling bad. Do you paint your toes 'cause you bite your nails? Call up mama when all else fails. Who one floor below our studios in the glass cone tower of the Bridgestone Arena in downtown Nashville. My name is Stormy Warren. You are our highway listeners. We're here in person in Nashville and listening all over North America. Why are you tuned in? Because you may have heard we have a special guest about ready to take center stage of the Music City Theater. Would you please make welcome Keith Urban! Hi, everybody. This is your party. Don't ask me. It's kind of a nice.
All right.
You make up the rules now. I'm done.
No, it's your house.
Welcome to our Music City Theater. You've been in here a few times before.
Yeah,
and it's
thank you.
Just a cool vibe, great room, and just a neat feel and a perfect place for you to celebrate some interesting milestones. And we're here to announce some things.
We are indeed.
And we've been teasing this thing.
I'm pregnant. No.
With my child.
Inside voice.
That's all I got.
Okay, thanks.
Good night. We've been teasing this thing for a couple of weeks, and Keith Urban fans from all around the globe have been inundating us, just trying to guess what we are announcing, what you are announcing, what this event is all about, who is going to be joining you. So, I mean, they're about to go out of their skin, so can we just get to the point?
Well, we're going to hit the road. We're going to do a tour this year. Very excited about it. It's a Ripcord World Tour that's going to kick off middle of this year, and we're going to go to the States, Canada, Australia again, and then hopefully, who knows after that. I'd like to keep going.
How long have you been working on this? This is the Ripcord World Tour 2016. That is the official announcement right now.
Exactly. Thank you. We've been working on it most of last year, trying to figure out who we can bring out with us and how we can put a show together like we've never done before.
That's very interesting as far as the challenge goes, because you keep raising the bar every time you hit the road. I mean, every time you hit the road, you bring something new, something more to break down the barrier between you and the fan, and to bring it as a collective experience.
Exactly, which we're trying to do again this time around. But and of course, new songs, and we've got a new member in our band as well. We didn't lose anybody. We added somebody new, and we got a lot of new stuff.
That's all the details you're going to share right now.
No, that you have to come and see it on the road.
Yeah, that's right. Production-wise, you've always straddled that fine line between giving everybody what they think they want and giving them what you know they need, and that's the difference between the overproduction and just the music itself. And you've always found a nice balance between the two, and I'm sure.
I always think it's a work in progress. You know, I mean, I don't know if you guys know how much I just obsess about what you're thinking. It's true. I mean, it's true. I mean, my wife will testify to that. I just obsess over what do you want, what are you thinking, what do you respond to, and it's not so that I'm only doing what you want and not what I want. I'm trying to find that place where all of that meets. You know, that's always a work in progress.
But there's a lot of you included in that. You're not just repeating what people want. You are creating. It's still your creation.
Yeah, I'm just trying to create. I'm constantly trying to create a different experience, a slightly different feeling to just coming and hear a bunch of songs and seeing people run around and flashing lights. You know, I'm trying to just do something different.
That's what I was alluding to before. So Ripcord is not only the name of the new World Tour 2016, which we'll get to the details of that tour in just a second. It's also the title of your new album, your 8th studio album that you've been working on. I mean, I saw tweets from you last week. You were in the studio all last week, somehow, and judging American Idol at the same time.
Well, we filmed all the Idol stuff last year, Stormy.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's going to come a point here when the live shows will start, and I'll still be working on my records, so it's going to happen.
Where's the progress with the new music?
What it is, it's a little bit like probably recording a lot of songs, which I started really in January of last year. I was the first time I went back in the studio, and sporadically have gone in over all of last year. And so when I thought I sort of had all the songs I wanted, I would record something that would take me in another direction, and in some cases negate some of the work that I had already done. And I'm always willing to scrap anything in favor of pursuing something else that seems to be a stronger direction. So that's really what creates sometimes the lag and length of time in making a record.
So there's a lot of dead ends in your creative process?
There's a lot of new discoveries, I think, which
a positive way of looking at it.
which negates previous work. So I may say, oh, I've got half the album done, and then we'll go and work on a song, and then it'll be like, okay, we've actually got 2 songs of an album done, because I'm going to scrap all those other ones.
You could go mad during this process.
I do.
But the result is a benefit to us all as Keith Urban fans. Can we get to some of the details about this tour, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Because the questions that keep coming in on Facebook and on Twitter. If you're following along and you have a question or a comment about this, we have a hashtag, because you cannot function in this world without a hashtag.
Right.
Hashtag SXMKU Ripcord. SXMKU Ripcord.
Rolls off the tongue.
Just very fluid, right? Absolutely. Okay, so the tour will kick off June 2nd in Kansas City, Missouri at the Cricket Wireless Amphitheater. Now, the neat thing is, this is not just amphitheaters. This is not just a few fair and festival dates. This is also in arenas. Yes. So if you want the experience, you get the full... Each town you go in, you're probably going to have a brand new experience, because you're going to get to see you in all these different environments.
Right, yeah, we haven't done arenas in a while now, and the last summer show we did was all amphitheaters, which I had never done until the Light the Fuse tour, so not as a headline really, so it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we're getting to do those again.
There are so many dates on this list, I'm not going to go through them all, but I'm going to highlight a few I know that are important to you. Like, you have never headlined Orange Beach, Alabama at the Wharf Amphitheater, and you're going to go down there. That's on June 16th. West Palm Beach, it's been 4 years since you played West Palm Beach. Yeah. You're playing that on June 18th. You knew that one already?
You know why I know that one?
Why?
Because the Monster Truck Show is on here in town.
Okay, wait a minute. Can we stop for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. I sent you a nice text yesterday saying thank you for doing this and thank you for including us at this big announcement.
Yeah.
You responded 0 to what I texted you, and all you said was, dude, I'm leaving the Monster Jam Truck Show. You were here in this building yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Seeing the Monster Truck Show.
Yeah. For the first time in an arena. I've seen him outdoors, but not inside.
Are you a big fan of this?
I am now.
How does one properly experience monster truck shows?
Just coming and seeing. I mean, what happened was...
Please explain.
Nick had to leave to go to LA for work, and so she was trying to find something for us to do on the Sunday, and she was flicking through the scene, and she's like, okay, 2 o'clock tomorrow, there's a monster truck show at the arena. That'd be great. The girls will love it. And I'm like, absolutely. Well, I mean, that's the ultimate wife, isn't it?
Right. She's gone. You go take the girls to the truck show.
And they had a blast, because there's some girls driving those trucks as well, and there's a big mix of people, and they had the best time. We had the best time yesterday. But the Monster Truck Show is on June 18 at the stadium, and I'm going to miss it.
No, because you checked your calendar and said, "Oh, I have to go see that."
That's how I know I'm there.
It's an interesting way to get there. October 6th, Bismarck, North Dakota.
I swear, if someone tunes in right now, they'll be going, so the big announcement was he's doing a Monster Truck Show tour, I think. Kicking off in West Palm or something.
With your girls.
And his girls are driving, something like that.
Because there are female drivers. Trying to move along here. 4 years ago, you played Bismarck. You're going to be back there October 6th, October 8th, Lincoln, Nebraska. This is kind of cool. In San Antonio, October 13th, you've played San Antonio a lot, but it's always been in association with the rodeo.
Yes.
You have never played your own headlining show in the city of San Antonio.
Other than when I was with the ranch and we played Floor's Country Store.
Oh, yeah.
In San Antonio.
TJ Flores.
Opening for Wayne Hancock. Yeah. I think we had about 6 people come and see us play.
Reminds me of the old Jack's Guitar Bar days.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see, November 13th, Youngstown, Ohio. You've never played Youngstown, Ohio before. Mm-hmm. Bob DePiero's from Youngstown, Ohio. November 19th, you've played the Garden a lot. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time you're playing Barclays Center in New York, in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So that's November 19th, and that's the way this tour is going to wrap up. Now, mind you, there's about 30 dates in between that I did not mention, so check it out on your website. Mm-hmm. And also, we'll have the link on our Facebook page, facebook.com/onthehighway. Tickets on sale. Do you guys want to know when tickets go on sale for Ripcord 2016? We'll check the list. You'll see your city there. January 29th. Tickets go on sale 10 a.m. So this is just for a select number of these cities. So pay attention to Ticketmaster and go. There's something else we got to announce. I'm trying to remember. We talked about American Idol, which you're doing great on, by the way.
Thank you.
My kids say you need to hang up your career as a stand-up comic, though.
Yeah.
Can we reenact one of
Why specifically?
We need to reenact one of the lines, okay? You ready?
Okay.
Hey, Keith, they say I have my mother's eyes.
Oh, no. So how do you see? Moving on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Urban.
I even got the answer wrong. It's how does she see? Right?
How does she see?
I see. That's what I'm saying.
You're doing a fantastic
I'm going to be
job.
driving monster trucks very soon. Man. That's it.
And proud of it.
Yeah.
But seriously, the American Idol final season, bittersweet, but at the same time, you guys look like you're having a ball with it.
A blast, yeah. Because I mean, I was reading something recently where they sort of said it's like we've got this whole new lease on life, and it's the last season. But I think it's more about just the synergy that we've created after 3 seasons together. Now the 3 of us. This is our 3rd season with the 3 of us together, and we got a good groove, and it just feels like family. And I have no idea why this thing's finishing because we're having a blast.
I think everybody who's watching this season who may have tuned away for a few years and are coming back is wondering why it's ending too, because it's fantastic. Check it out. Great talent. American Idol going on right now. Okay, so we've talked about the new album. We've talked about the release of the tour. We've talked about American Idol. Oh, you're not going to go on tour alone, are you?
No.
Oh, you're bringing some friends on board.
Absolutely.
Can we reveal who they're going to be?
Yeah. Well, at least which order would you like to send?
Let's go ahead and reveal.
Stormy's so good at this.
Let's reveal.
What order should I announce these things?
The tall one.
The tall one. Is he going to come to the stage?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, we did a tour with him and had such a good time, and he's one of my favorite singers in town, period. And I figured if he wants to, I'd love to have him come back out with us, and we're going to check out Brett Eldridge on the tour.
So cool. Yeah. Who else is going out on the road?
We're taking out a girl called Maren Morris, who...
The Highway family has quickly fallen in love with Maren Morris.
I'm telling you, it's going to happen really fast. I was looking at about 5 to 6 different people I wanted to take out, and I got sent 4 songs of Maren. This is how it happened. I got sent 4 songs of hers, and I heard the first one, which was That's My Church, and then I heard this next song called 80s Mercedes, and then I was like, then the one after that, and the one after that, and I'm just like, this is one of those records that I love every song, one after the other. And I'm like, who is this girl? Where's she from? What's going on? Can she really do this live? Because she's sang great. And, you know, I'm so tired of people that can't deliver live, who make a great record and they go out and sing and they suck. And so I wanted to take out people that can deliver, like Brett and like Maren. And
give me some names.
She's amazing. Oh, you all know.
Oh, wow. All right, so Brett Eldridge, Maren Morris, Keith Urban. There is the full announcement for the Ripcord World Tour 2016. As I mentioned before, Keith, if you don't mind, we've got a guitar.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear Keith Urban play one, maybe? This song was just named the #7 Rolling Stone song of 2015, and it was all the way back in June during CMA Music Fest, one floor below us, where you joined us to do the world radio performance premiere of this song in front of an equally enthusiastic live crowd, and that was such a blast. We had a real good time with that.
Yeah, it was fun. How come we weren't here then?
What's that?
How come we weren't in this room then?
Because we were downstairs.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't have an answer for that. Which do you like better?
I don't know. I like it here.
Okay,
good enough.
John Cougar, John Tier, John 316.
Okay.
As soon as we get to Cape.
Yeah, we're winging it live here. Okay, is that it there? All right.
This is the highway.
Oh, all right. Goodness me. I'm a 45 span on an old patrol line. I'm a 2-strike swinger on the Pepsi
me to the prom queen in a Chevy. John Wayne, Superman, California. I'm a Chris Christopherson, Sunday morning. I'm a mom and daddy singing along to Don McLean at the levee. I'm a child of a backseat freedom, baptized by rock and roll. Oh, never let me roll in the cotton beat. Never grow up, never grow. Just another rebel in the great wide open on the boulevard of broken dreams. And I'm a devil thing I needed to know. John to the John Deere, John 316. I'm taking you all out on the road. Mark Twain on the Mississippi, Hemingway with a shot of whiskey. I'm a TV dinner on a tree trying to figure out the wheel. I'm a Texaco star, I'm kissing guitar, still a teenage kid trying to go too far. I'm a jukebox waiting in a neon bar for a quarter. I'm a child of a backseat freedom, baptized by rock and roll. Oh, never let me roll in the cotton beat and never grow up, never grow old. Another rebel in the great wide open on the boulevard of broken dreams. And I learned everything I needed to know. John to the John Deere, John 316. Looking for another way to save my soul. The longer I live, the more I see it. There's only one way I'm a child of a backseat freedom. Never grow. Another rebel in the great wide open on a boulevard of broken dreams. And I heard everything I needed to know. John to the John Deere, John 316. I'm a child of a backseat freedom, a Marilyn Monroe in the garden of Eden. Never grow up in the great wide open. I learned everything I needed to know. John to the John Deere, John 316. Yeah, everything I needed, everything I needed. That's right. That's some good singing, guys.
Now the party has begun. Keith Urban in our Music City Theater. John Cougar, John Deere, John 316. We are here to announce the Ripcord World Tour 2016. Jaunt across North America and around the globe, Canada, Australia, you name it, he's going to be there. All the details on his website, also on our Facebook page, and tickets go on sale on the 29th. He's bringing along Brett Eldridge. He's bringing along Maren Morris. And you think the surprises are over? Look under your chairs at the end of your rows right now. At the end of your rows, you have a surprise gift from Keith Urban. For the first time ever to be revealed, the Ripcord 2016 Tour T-shirts. Have you even seen these yet, Keith? Have you even seen these yet? Nope. This is the first time you're seeing these shirts? Yeah. It's like the Oprah show right here. Gifts for everybody. So pass them down. Just take one, please. So John Cougar, John Deere, John 316. I'm going to go like music weird. The weirdest thing in that song, you actually do a key change up and down at the same time. How does that happen?
Yeah. Because I just wanted to see if we could do that.
Could you just get a little example so people don't...
Well, if you're going... There's a key change up.
Yeah.
That's normally where you would just play the song out.
Right.
But because it's doing this progression, descending, you can go from there to... I'm a child of a backseat. So it sounds like it's going back up again, but anyway, who cares?
I do.
Nice t-shirt.
We have some audience members with some questions for you. Is that okay, Keith?
Yes.
All right. Kevin Sloan from Sanford, North Carolina. You got a question for Mr. Urban?
Yes, sir. The tours, all the shows are so great. What's the process for the band, the practicing, putting the show together, as far as the band practicing, the process that goes through to get it on the road, before it goes on the road?
I mean, it always starts with the set list for me, you know, figuring out the songs we're going to do, the flow. I mean, I just, how the thing's going to start, how the thing's going to end, and spreading out various things throughout the show. I truly try and make a show for short attention span folks, because most of us are, you know. And when I go to a show, you know, if they do a song, they'll do another song, they'll do another song, and no matter how good it is, if it's the same thing after about 3 or 4 songs, I'm like, okay, what else you got? It doesn't matter how good it is. It's just I want something else. And so I try and put enough moments threaded throughout the 2 hours plus that we play to just always grab your attention, you know, when you just think you know where it's going, it goes somewhere else. And I think this year is going to be a lot about treating some of the older songs a little bit different, not messing too much with them, because it's that balance between you want to sing along. It's like when you go and see some people sing, and sometimes they change the melodies so much because they're sick of singing the song, but you'd like to kind of just sing along with it, but you can't, because great, they're bored with it and they're changing it up, and I just have to sit here now. So, and then the other thing is sometimes they do the song exactly the same, and you go, well, I've heard that, do something different. So for me, it's finding that balance always of new, unfamiliar, familiar, and just kind of, you know, I obsess about this stuff, I'm telling you. So it's like, I really care what you guys, how you guys feel and react and respond and want, and what's missing, what isn't missing. And the shows I've gone to that I've always loved over the years always have something about them that I'm thinking about it days later. You know, a lot of detail, a lot of layers that I may have missed at the time, but days later I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that was cool, that, you know, that sort of thing. So I try and get as much detail in there. So it's important to me.
Who's seen Keith Urban on the road in concert, right? You know what he's talking about. He does obsess lists. I mean, Sweet Thing, for whatever reason, always hits at like this massive crescendo portion, and people are unzipping their skin by the time you're soaring off on the solo. But I mean, it's like you feel the energy and you feel the whole flow of how a crowd is reacting, and you kind of like take them on. I saw Paul McCartney do that in this arena too. Right. It's like the whole wave of energy hits at the same time.
Hopefully. I mean, it's always that balance too, of having that sense of preparedness, like, okay, this is the show that worked last night, this is going to work again, but it's a Thursday night instead of a Friday night. There's a different energy. You guys all go to shows, you know, from different nights of the week feel different. The weather affects the way you are. If you hit traffic on the way into the gig, that affects it does. I mean, every little thing affects everybody, and so I'm trying to also read the room too and feel, do we need to shorten the song? Does this feels in the groove? We should just keep it going.
Have you ever been in a bad mood just before you took the stage?
Yeah, I'm sure. And obviously it's not common, you know.
You're pretty
but definitely stuff can happen right for a show that's ill-timed, you know. But we just get out there and play, and you guys give so much back. You have no idea how much that matters to me, and I meet so many of you at meet and greets, and you share your stories about what the shows do to you and what they mean to you, but what you guys give back is profound for me too, and just keeps me going so much as well.
Well, that give and take is what is everything you're about on the road.
It's everything. I mean, the goal for me, every show, is a sense of oneness, where it's not me, it's not you, it's just us, it's one. Everything in it together, and we're all experiencing the goosebump moments, or everything. We're experiencing all that at the same time, hopefully. It's
a magic combination, and it all starts with who you bring out on the road. And we mentioned 2 of those artists, and we mentioned Brett Eldridge, and we mentioned Maren Morris. Do you think maybe one or both of those people are here, right in this building, right now? Do you think they could? Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 New Artist of the Year for the CMA Award, Brett Eldridge.
How you doing?
spot? Okay. Oh, man.
It's like a late night talk show. The
Yeah, I
dude
feel like it.
slides down the couch. Hi, Brett. How you doing? Good. Thanks for joining us this morning.
This is wild. This is so crazy.
So you had your shot on a Keith Urban tour a few years ago.
Yes.
And you thought, man, cool. I've done my gig. I've opened up for Keith Urban. I'm
Never gonna do it again.
I could.
Oh yeah, here we are.
To quote your tour mate, you could die a happy man.
Yes, absolutely. No, this is this of all any other tour. This is the one I want to be on. Out of all tours, this is a dream come true to be in this spot, and I thank you, my man. This is yeah. We toured a couple years. It's been a couple of years now, huh? And I was just kind of getting it going, and now I've been very fortunate. I get to come back, and we're gonna go crazy out there.
All right, I'm gonna put you in a very uncomfortable position.
You're gonna put me in uncomfortable?
Yes.
I don't get uncomfortable. Come on.
Well, the guy sitting right to your right, I want you to tell me what it is about Keith that is so magical, and what you see, not personally, musically,
Yeah.
creatively, and as an artist. What are you stealing from him? What are you ripping off? What did you?
Everything.
Go ahead.
I can't play guitar like him even close, so we're not going to start there. I mean, I'll say this all the time, if he was here or not, but I've never seen anybody entertain like this guy entertains. It's just, I watch pretty much every show on that tour every night from the soundboard, from side of stage, and just kind of getting schooled on how to do this whole performing thing. And he's just from the start of the show to the end, he just lights up that stage. He's a star among all stars and beyond. So, and he connects with his audience. He'd bring people up on stage, and anytime he played the guitar or sing a note, the girls would go crazy. And I was like, I want to do that. That's like my favorite. That's why I got into music. That's why I want to do this. You kidding? So anytime I can learn any other tricks about that, I'm in. But he's just a great guy and so down to earth, and couldn't be out here with a better person. So.
Well, you last on tour, Don't You, was in Raymond.
Yes.
That's basically what you were playing.
Yes.
And everything else was brand new, and people were just getting introduced to Brett Eldredge. Since that time, Don't You, Beat of the Music, Mean to Me, Lose My Mind, and now the current Drunk on Your Love. So the set list is growing tremendously with hits.
A lot.
Keith, turn the tables on you. What do you see in Mr. Brett Eldredge?
First of all, it's the voice, man. You know, as soon as he gets on a microphone, things are going nuts out there in the audience, I can tell you. It's just the real deal. He's a real singer, and he writes. And the thing I loved about it was, when I was learning how to do everything, I did the same thing. I'd open for people and I'd watch them every night, and I'm like gleaming stuff. Sometimes it's like, okay, stuff that doesn't work too, you know what I mean? But the fact that Brett was, sort of out there immediately showed me this is a guy that cares about putting on a show, cares about the audience. And I mean, you can't, that's the most important thing, to care about the audience, because so many people you don't feel that sense of caring.
It's more than just playing a show. I mean, a lot of the time it's like you gotta want to be up there, and you gotta want everybody to feel something. If you guys feel something, we feel something.
That's right.
That's why we show up.
Yeah.
And
otherwise, it's just one long sound check.
Yeah, it's just one big sound check, and we're just. We don't want that.
I'm not going to throw any other names under a bus or anything, but some headliners choose to have their support acts come out, play their gigs, then the headliner goes on, and then the buses roll off and whatever. I get the feeling, although I've never witnessed it personally, that there is a very close relationship between the artist on tour with you, Keith, and what happens both on stage and off stage. It seems like it's a very close-knit group whenever you hit the road.
I like to create that if we can, take out people that I want to hang out with as well. And because again, I think the audience, you guys know, you feel that if there's a good comfort level between everybody on stage, there's a synergy and a sort of kindred spirit. It feels really good, as opposed to three cold artists independent of one another.
I could say I've heard of tours where some people never even really, they play the whole summer and never really meet the headliner or get to know. And I'd see him every day backstage, and heck, he talks to all my band members and everybody. That's the kind of vibe that I want to learn one day when I can, take it out on the road. I want to be able to do that. give
like to
people a
say
shot.
firsthand that these are two of the nicest people you will ever meet, and the fact that they're going to be sharing a stage is going to be incredible. The Ripcord World Tour 2016.
Ripcord, come on.
You too, sir, Mr. Brett Eldridge, have a guitar sitting behind you, if you don't mind. You guys having fun listening? I'm Stormy Warren. We are in the Music City Theater. This is part of our studio headquarters in downtown Nashville, and this is where the magic happens. And we're not done yet.
Yeah, look at this. Where's the chord?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Eldridge. Let me
Let's paint the picture. Keith Urban is now Brett Eldridge's guitar tech.
This will work. This will work. I can go right here. Speaking of ripcord, you and I pulled ripcords and jumping out of
Nice
airplanes.
segue. Yes, we did. We
Yeah,
made a
yeah.
stupid promise to each other that this is when Don't You was about number 78 on the charts. And
Yes.
and he goes, literally, dude, if this goes number 1, we got to do something really cool to celebrate. And I said, yeah, have you ever jumped out of an airplane? He goes, no, and I'm scared to death to. And I said, that's a perfect reason why you should do it.
So you guys did that.
We did. We went
we
to
did
number
it.
1, and we jumped out of an airplane together.
It's still the scariest thing I've ever done.
And then, let's see, Beat of the Music went number 1, and we had to follow it up with something else. And he said, dude, let's go diving with sharks.
Never been scuba diving in my life. Why don't we go shark diving? And then the 2 days before, they called me and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, there's not going to be a cage. You're just going to be swimming with these sharks." That was not. I loved it actually though. They were like pets down there that could eat you.
You have a very strange idea of pets,
Yes.
Brett.
Yeah.
Now, you went by yourself on that one. I couldn't make it on that trip, but I actually...
No, I bet you could.
We just so happened to have a vacation or something that's good.
But I owned up to it. And in Australia, I actually went diving with sharks and took pictures and said, see, I've kept my end of the bargain. So the trend will continue. We have no idea what we're doing next, but
We'll figure it out.
we got a lot of catching up to do. You've had a lot of number 1 since then. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Eldridge.
I'm going to play my song that's out there on the radio right now. This is Drunk on Your Love. The second she walked through the door, I caught her butt. One taste from your lips knocked me out just like a drug. The rest of the night's kind of brewing out, the sun's peeking through the shade. And I can't help but laugh cause I kind of like feeling this way. I woke up still drunk on your love, on your love. But now I know why I'm feeling so high, cause I'm still drunk on your love, oh yeah. It's not in the whiskey, tequila, or the wine. It's all about the touch and the fire in your eye that keeps me fumbling, always stumbling through a haze. I got plenty to do, just laying here with you all day. I woke up still drunk on your love, on your love. But now I know why I'm feeling so high, cause I'm still drunk on your love, oh yeah. Wish I could bottle you up and drink you in all day long, every day singing this song. I woke up still drunk on your love, on your love. But now I know why I'm feeling so high, cause I'm still drunk on your love, on your love, oh yeah. On your love, on your love, on your love, oh.
love.
Brett Eldridge.
You're going to Hollywood, Brett.
You got a golden ticket for him?
Take it.
Brett Eldridge, Keith Urban, they're here to celebrate the announcement of the Ripcord 2016 World Tour. Kicks off June 2nd, Kansas City, Missouri at the Cricket Wireless Amphitheater, and tickets go on sale on the 29th of this month. It is going to be a fun run. And just think, if you show up early, you get the concert, then the Monster Truck Show is later in the day. So every single stop along this tour, it's going to be an amazing summertime fun day.
I just went to that yesterday too. Did you? I was gonna wear a mullet and dress up and like really get into it.
Get old Kenny Powers on it.
Yeah, I really thought about it. Next year.
Definitely.
Next year.
We'll all go together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keith Urban, Brett Eldridge, that's 2 of the 3. What are the chances the third person on this tour getting us here? Ladies and gentlemen, one of the freshest, hottest, coolest singer-songwriters and artists I have ever met. This is Maren Morris.
Oh, yeah?
Over here. Where should I go?
How is everybody?
How many of you have heard the song My Church on Sirius XM's The Highway and have fallen absolutely in love with it? We all have this EP. The only thing I wanted for Christmas was more Maren Morris music. I actually tweeted that out. You're a powerhouse, and you've kind of been living around, and this buzz about Maren Morris has been kind of just swirling around Nashville for the last few years, and now suddenly it just goes pop, and the whole world's getting to know who you are. How does that feel from your perspective?
I mean, every day it's a shock to me, and you guys have been so supportive with the single and given it so much love. But, you know, I just started out as a songwriter here in town, so this is kind of where my heart is, and the record part of it didn't come until later. So, you know, every day it's, you know, I'm really thankful that I get to be the one behind the mic now.
All right, going backwards a little.
It was 3 years ago, actually last week was my anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thanks. Yeah, I toured around Texas for a really long time, and then obviously the place to come to.
You have the seal of approval, the Keith Urban stamp on you. He has selected you, hand-selected you to her. He knows a little bit about music. He knows about artistry. He knows about people who have the passion and the creativity for this.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I've been a fan for so long of yours, and when we got the call that I was on the tour, you know, I didn't have any music out except for on Take a Risk Like That, and just because you had a reaction to the music. I mean, that's kind of the point of making it come true, to be on this tour.
Sure, and Brett Eldridge, it just seems like it's a perfect trio of artists. A lot of... You dropped by our morning show not too long ago and blew all of our minds and took us to church, literally. It was no pun on the single. No matter what your single was called, you still would have taken us to church. I would love for you to let the rest of this audience and our listeners experience a little bit about what you're capable of. If you don't mind, can we hear Maren Morris live? Do we have a chord for her, Brett? Are you the new guitar tech now?
Where should I go? Which spot do you want?
It's musical chairs.
Yeah.
It is.
Again, tickets go on sale for the Ripcord World Tour, January 29th. While she's getting set up, Keith, where did Ripcord come from?
It's actually, Nick saw it. It's a play that's going to be starting up in New York, I believe. And she said, gosh, that's a good name. Just, period. It's just one of those, there's certain words you hear that you know it, but you don't know it. And it's not familiar, but it's familiar. So there was something about the sound of it. It had a lot of energy to it, which, you know, hopefully represents the music and the tour. But I also like the metaphor that what is your ripcord, what saves your life, really, is what really pulled me into it. It's like, because that's the thing, you know it, you boys know it. when you're hurtling to the ground, that's the thing you're going to pull really strong.
Actually, someone pulled the ripcord for me, and I just tried to. I looked like had not good form. It's like a dangling spider in my legs.
Hurtling to earth. What is good form? I mean,
You're supposed to tuck your legs behind your butt, and mine were like dangling low, and I just looked like
he looked like a baby deer that had been thrown off a cliff.
Exactly. I'll find the footage and show you sometime. It's scary.
Have you ever jumped out of an airplane, Keith?
I haven't, but my wife's done it. Like, I think she got certified at some point.
So she's a solo jumper?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
She's done everything.
That's crazy. I know.
You got to catch up.
Yeah, I do.
Maren Morris, you all plugged in and ready to go?
Yeah. All right, here's my church. I've cussed on a Sunday, I've cheated and I've lied, I've fallen down from grace a few too many times, but I find holy redemption when I put this car in drive, roll the windows down and turn up the dial. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Feels like the Holy Ghost running through you. When I play the highway FM, I find my soul revival, singing every single word. Yeah, I guess that's my church. And Cash leads the choir. It gets my cold, cold heart burning hotter than a ring of fire. When this wonderful world gets heavy and I need to find my escape, I just keep the wheels rolling, radio scrolling till my sins wash away. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Feels like the Holy Ghost running through you. When I play the highway FM, I'll find my soul revival, singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church. All right, I would love if you guys sang along. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Feels like the Holy Ghost running through you. When I play the highway FM, I find my soul revival, singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church. Hey, can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Feels like the Holy Ghost.
New text message from Patty.
In a highway FM, I find my soul revival, singing every single verse. Yeah, I guess that's my church. Yeah, I guess that's my church. Yeah, I guess that's my church. Thank you so much. You guys sound amazing.
She's on tour with us.
Maren Morris! Big morning here on the highway. I'm Stormy from the Music City Theater. Ripcord World Tour 2016. Keith Urban, Brett Eldridge, Maren Morris. And I wish you could see, but right in the middle of that song, your hair stood up on your arm.
Well,
you had like total chills. You had like goosebumps singing.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
It's such an amazing song, Maren. It's a great
so
song.
much.
It really is.
Thank you.
All right, so if you want to catch these three on the road, it kicks off June 2nd, Kansas City, Missouri, Cricket Wireless Amphitheater, then heads off to St. Louis on the 3rd, Indianapolis on the 4th, Myrtle Beach on the 10th, Alpharetta, Georgia on the 11th, and it ends up in Brooklyn in November. So it's going to be a great tour. We've got a few more audience questions. We have them from social media, and we also have them from our audience members. Okay, Nicole Jones. Where are you, Nicole? Hi. Go ahead and scream it out if you don't mind.
As inspired from music, your passion for music.
That one goes to you, Keith, I guess. Who has inspired you, especially on guitar?
So many people, and it keeps changing over the years. I mean, early on, and I always say this, no one ever gives props to like the local guitar player in the cover band up the street, you know. And for me, there was a guy called Barry Clough who was the guitar player in the cover band at the club that my dad used to take us to, and I'm like, I just want to play as good as him. And then the next guy who's playing in the better band, I want to play like him. And nobody knows any of these people. They never became famous, but they were all influences for me. And then probably name-wise, the first one that really I knew and was really moved by was Mark Knopfler, because of his melody and his just gorgeous guitar player.
Thank you, Nicole. Speaking of inspirations, we have to acknowledge it. It's a sad day in the world of music. We lost an absolute icon yesterday. 69 years young, David Bowie, one of the true creators and innovators, and a man who defined reinvention for 50 years of music. I know, Keith, you're a fan of everything that he's ever created, and we were going through his song list and his catalog earlier before we came down here, and it's just, how do you express what an impact one person has had on music in all genres?
Well, I was watching the news this morning and somebody was talking about, referencing him to a musical chameleon. And I love the fact that the guy said, but he was so not a chameleon, because a chameleon, his existence was about fitting in, and Bowie never fit in. He was always leading the charge to the next thing that we would all be trying to cop, whether it was fashion, music, fusion of styles.
Stage presence.
Extraordinary, just in every conceptual, artistic, imaginary way. Groundbreaking. And then when you listen to songs now, even like Space Oddity or Changes, these are really complex, gorgeous, exquisite songs that really set the template for a kind of pop song structure that is really hard to follow.
We were playing Heroes earlier today and had the monitors cranked in our studio, and it's just, there's so much going on. He has, like your music, there's so many layers that just fold onto each other and create this one thing.
And he was always able to move into the next thing and fuse with some collaborative people, like even whether it was, say, Nile Rodgers, who I've gotten to work with on this record a little bit. Bing Crosby, absolutely. But no matter kind of what music he did, he would be, then the next thing he would do is go and work with someone that you're like, why are you making a soul record? What, you have no place making that. Then he does Let's Dance with Nile, and it's a phenomenal. I mean, Under Pressure with Queen. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Yeah, he will be missed. David Bowie, gone way too soon. Brett Eldridge, that's okay. Brett Eldridge and Maren Morris, we're going to toss that question to you guys too. I mean, who got you into this? Besides old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, I mean, Frank was my number one. I was 13 years old, and my mom brought home a CD, and it was actually Mac the Knife was the song. It was Bobby Darin's song, but Frank did it too. You know, oh, the shock, babe, has such, and I was 14 years.
Dude, you gotta put a suit on and do that.
I did.
On the tour.
Keith, have you been to his show? He does it every Christmas season. He does a lounge act.
He didn't do it on the tour. That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, let's do
that.
Oh, that would be fun.
Let's have him change it. Just throw a suit on real quick, like backstage, and come out and do it. Throw a top. But I'd be like this 14-year-old kid with a top hat on, and dressed in all black, and I'd be, singing Frank Sinatra. I sound like I was 50 years old, just like going up there, and it just helped me learn so much about stage presence from a guy like that, though. It's like every word and every line he would say, I believe everything he said. I'd be hanging on every single phrasing, and I was just like, I believe what he's saying. I want to make people feel like that. There's people like that, and Ray Charles was a big inspiration of mine, and Vince Gill, the big vocalists, the big people that just, stop in your tracks and give you goosebumps, like, Keith, this guy right there, when he heard her sing, it's like, that's what I want to feel. That's what I want to make people feel, and those are the type of people that got me into this.
Nice. And besides a choir of angels crashing into the Delta mud, what inspired you, Maren Morris?
Are you sure you're not a writer? Well, my musical taste is all over the place, but I love, I grew up kind of listening to everything, Dolly Parton, Queen, Shaka Khan. I really was everywhere. Yeah. So I feel, and Bonnie Raitt, I've just always gravitated towards really, hearty, soulful singers. And, And I loved country so much just because I loved the stories behind the songs and the structure of them and how airtight it is. And I feel like that's really what drew me to this town, is just the craft of a song. I mean, the way that it makes you feel, but it's also so smart. I grew up kind of listening to everything, but yeah.
And as a songwriter, she wrote one of my favorite songs off Tim McGraw's last album. It was Last Turn Home, and it's one of my favorite songs. She's an amazing songwriter, amazing artist, and it's, again, Ripcord World Tour 2016 is hitting a town near you on June 2nd. Okay, so we've got Keith Urban, we've got Brett Eldridge, we've got Maren Morris. They're sitting all three together. What are the chances now that we could combine these talents for one brilliant performance?
We were trying to think of something, because we're gonna figure out something for the tour, right?
Right.
That's so far off that we haven't done that yet. So Stormy calls and he goes, "Could you guys figure out a song to do together?" And I'm like, I text Brett last night. I go, "You got an idea?" He goes, "Just any cover." I'm like, great. Thanks, Brett.
Narrows it down.
Yeah.
We'll just wing it.
We'll wing it. So literally, I think 7 minutes before we came on air, we're up in the room trying to figure out a song to do. We don't even know this one, but we're going to try it anyway.
Yeah, why not? Y'all are cool with us screwing up a little bit. Just make it happen.
From the Music City Theater, this is The Highway. You're listening to...
Don't make a big elaborate announcement, Stormy. The pressure's too much.
Special announcement, Keith Urban is hitting the road. Ripcord World Tour 2016 with these guys and girls. Brett Eldridge and Maren Morris. Good luck, kids.
Thanks.
I love this radio because you can't see us looking at the lyric here.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That could have been our secret.
Well, I could, that's true. No, I just blew it, didn't I? Man. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're still gonna.
Do you want me to hold your lyrics?
What could possibly go wrong? Here we go. We have no idea what we're doing. Here we go.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll let your stuff bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. The sky in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Here we go. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you have my heart inside.
But I put one on you, I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Make a home that lives, my sure won't be shared. Come on, Keith. Stars of your love remind me of us. Keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The stars of your love leave me breathless. You played it to the beat.
We'll figure out something for the tour.
If that was winging it, I don't want to hear what you guys do to actually rehearse.
That was the definition of winging it.
That was
Right there.
unbelievable. Keith Urban, Brett Eldridge, and Maren Morris, the stars of your Ripcord World Tour 2016. Hold up those T-shirts. Show those T-shirts.
Yeah, let's see those. Come on.
Look at those.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to get that on video. I want to Snapchat that. Look at all y'all.
Yeah, hold them up high so we can see them.
Stormy, thank you so much for everything you do, man.
Man,
you do an
thank you.
amazing job.
Come on.
You make it look easy, but it's not, so we so appreciate that.
Ripcord
Thank
Tour,
you.
everybody. Ripcord Tour. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
It's here.
Come on.
We're having way too much fun. I know we're supposed to be stopping now, but it's my show. Keith, can we con you into one more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
What do you want to hear?
I think we got to go with the one that people are obsessed about right now, and that's the one off of Ripcord. And that's
Break on Me?
Yeah, Break on Me, if you don't mind. One of the coolest ways to say "I got your back" I've ever heard.
Okay. Okay. I think we're here. Where are we at? Chris? 4, okay. That's what I know. Oh, wait a minute. I missed my bass player. Where's Jarek, man? I think this will work. There'll be days your heart don't wanna beat. You pray more than you breathe, and you just wanna fall to pieces of nights with two-way calls, where dreams feel like walls, and you just need a break on me, shattered like glass, come apart in my hands. Take as long as it takes, girl, break on me. Put your head on my chest, let me help you forget. When your heart needs to break, just break on me. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh. And there'll be times when someone you know becomes someone you knew, and you'd do anything to change it in words you wanna take back, but you know you can't. When the page just won't turn and it still hurts, break on me, shattered like glass, come apart in my hands. Take as long as it takes, girl, break on me. Put your head on my chest, let me help you forget. When your heart needs to break, just break on me. Oh, 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 oh. When you need somebody right now, you're where I'll be. A break on me, shattered like glass, come apart in my hands. Take as long as it takes, girl, break on me. Put your head on my chest, let me help you again. Your heart needs to break, just break on me. Break on me, break on me, baby. Ooh, ooh, oh. Break on me.
Keith Urban, Break on Me. One of the many songs that you're going to be hearing out on the road for the Ripcord World Tour 2016 with Brett Eldridge and Maren Morris.
Thank you.
T-shirts that you have on the crowd, if you want them, if you're listening anywhere in North America and you want one of these T-shirts, go to keithurban.com right now. A limited supply is available, and all proceeds are going straight to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So you want to be the first to own the Ripcord World Tour 2016 shirts. Guys, congratulations. All the best of luck on the rest of American Idol.
Thank you.
On creating the rest of Ripcord.
Yeah, thank you.
And the start of the tour. Brett and Maren, thank you guys for coming in, and good luck on the tour and all your continued success. Keith Urban, Brett Eldridge, Maren Morris.
Thank you, everybody.
My name is Stormy Warren.
Everybody
This
listening, thank you.
is The Highway. Thank you all.
You've been listening to